Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles. And salutations to you brothers doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. And basically, this video is gonna touch on well, originally it was a scoff because people, this comes up. There was a scoff at class, actually Tuesday class, because this scoff actually exists. People scoffing against like in the book of Tobit, when the angel told believe Tobias to make the burn the heart and the gall on top of the, burn it. He burned the perfumes, that'll flee the demon away. They saying that's witchcraft. All right, which through the spirit, because I actually have been meaning to go to the store to grab censer and stuff so I can get back on my incense, because that's a holy thing. And I was just talking about that. Then my son just asked me about it just a couple days ago, and then today, the brother Yashawan did a sit down, talking about how that's a huge part of our customs, and it is, man. It's actually it's spiritual. That's a wisdom from the Most High, man, to deal with these sins like that, man. And it's heavy because it affects, it puts you in a certain vibration. All right. Because it's a certain spirit that comes with that. Just smelling those scents comes with a certain spirit. Alright? And it's actually holy. So first we're going to deal with it's going to all tie in. So get Sirach 42, we're going to deal with the scoffs part of it first. Get Sirach 42, 24. And Shalia, you get Sirach 39.
Sirach 42 and 1. Of these things be not thou ashamed.
No, 42 and 24, Salakia.
Okay. This is Ecclesiastes 24 and 24. Ecclesiasticus 42 and 24.
Okay.
All things are double one against another, and he hath made nothing imperfect.
Imperfect. Come on, go ahead one more.
One thing established the good of another, and who shall be filled with beholding his glory?
Con. So there's a left-hand side to everything. There's a right-hand side to everything, man. Plain and simple. So the fact that people do stuff like that on the left-hand side of witchcraft shows that there's a righteous right-hand side to it, and that's what we're going to get into today. All right, Lord willing, through the Spirit of Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, man. Because everything affects your, put you in a certain spirit, because like they say, it puts you in a certain vibe, which that word vibe goes to vibration. And that's all found here through the scriptures. And in Israel, we had the right understanding of it. And that's the thing. We did it from the wisdom of Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, on the right-hand side. Okay? And that's a big part of our heritage, man. And it's a big part of what we do today. All right? Physically burning it is one thing. That's huge, but actually it's on the spiritual side, which we're going to touch. You got the Sirach 39 and 20. You can start at 20. Start at 25.
This is Sirach 39.
Start at 24.
And 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are the stumbling blocks.
Salakia. Let me hit this first to go with that Sirach 42. This is Sirach 33 and 14. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another. All right, so all things are double. That's the left-hand side and right-hand side to everything. All right, and you can find that in 1 Kings 22nd chapter. All right, and it's just that simple. And go ahead, show you.
Okay. This is Sirach 39 and 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are the stumbling blocks unto the wicked. For the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners, the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grapes, and oil and clothing. All these things are for good to the godly, so to the sinners they are turned into evil.
Kind. So again, all things are double. It said even the principal things for man's life, that the wicked take and make evil. The blood of grapes, it says wine, milk, honey, all this they take and make evil. Even something that's needed and required to continue to reproduce life, which would be sex, they took and made wicked. They got homosexual sex and all type of weird shit, man. So that's literally everything. There's a right-hand side and left-hand side to all things. And the holy has the understanding to it. All right? And who's the holy? The children of Israel. We're separated, man, because the Lord, Deuteronomy 4th chapter, gave us his wisdom, this law, understanding of these holy things. All right? And that gets into heavily, because it's all spiritual, man. But what they call witchcraft, on our side, we're doing with spirituality, man. It's through the power of the Lord. All right? And it's all spiritual, man. So there's the left hand and the right side, even the spiritual things, man. Like witchcraft and being holy. We keep going. Read one more verse. Because he's called the Father of spirits.
This is verse 28. Therefore there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sword strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and please the wrath of him that made them.
And it says there be spirits made for vengeance, right? And when you read the next verse, go ahead, read the next one.
Verse 29, fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. So
fire has a spirit, man. Hell, all these things have spirit in them, man. Because he's the Father of spirits. All right? Everything got a certain spirit to it, man. So that includes smelling certain scents. All right? Get you into a certain mood. Hell, seeing certain colors. And Esau knows that. They found out through man's wisdom, and they use the left-hand side. All right? That's why certain places are colored a certain way, man. All right? And you can look into that. You can look into why they paint certain establishments the colors they want to paint them. As far as restaurants, grocery stores, everything, man. It's to put you in a certain mood, whether they want you to leave or stay or whatever. All right? All of that comes with a certain vibration, man. Everything you see and hear and smell, everything. Even the people you even gravitate to, that's because there's a certain vibration that they give off. All right? Go ahead. Because it's all through the spirit, man. Go ahead.
Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction.
But those are physical things. But it's still called it spirits. So even in this physical world, there's certain things that we can do that which is involve the spirits that even deal with certain spirits. Like the example of Tobit, all right, of that smell making the demon flee away. All right? Because everything the Heavenly Father creates is spiritual in the end of it all, man. Even though we're in this physical form, we're still dealing with spiritual things, man. Because it's all spiritual. All right? Everything. He's the Father of spirits. That's what he creates, man. All right? You can get 2 Maccabees 3. Not to Zach. 2 Maccabees 3. And verse 2.
Second, you will read it. 2 Maccabees 3 and 2. It came to pass that even the kings themselves did honor the place and magnify them the temple with their best gifts.
Salaki. Like I could have wrote it down wrong. Let me double check. Salaki. Was it first Maccabees? Salaki, bear with me, Yakin. Salaki, little walk. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's up. 1 second.
I think it's 22.
You said what? Ah, 3 and 24. Second Maccabees 3 and 24. Salaki.
2 Maccabees 3 and 24.
Hey, grab Wisdom of Solomon, Shaliah 7.
2 Maccabees 3 and 24. Now as he was there present himself with his guard about the treasury, the Lord of spirits and the Prince of all powers caused a great apparition, so that all that presumed to come in with him were astonished at the power of Yahweh and fainted and were sore afraid.
Khan, he's called the Lord of Spirits. He's over spirits, man. Everything the Lord made has a spirits in it, man. In fact, it has his spirit, technically, man. All right? And what did he do? He made a physical apparition appear from the spirit world. All right? So although in this body on earth, we're, in flesh boxes, man, there's still a spirit in us. And even these carnal things have a certain spirit in it, man. All right? Through wisdom that holds this stuff together. But it's all a spirit, man. And Esau knows that. Esau knows how even sound affects you. All right? And that's another thing, man. Sound effects, that's important. The vibration you're around in its totality, man. Sense, seeing, hearing, all of that. That's why the damn TV got white noise going off at all times. All right? Even the Wi-Fi is giving off sounds you can't hear. That shit is to affect you, man. To affect your REM sleep. To try to separate you from your spiritual connection to the Lord, man. All right? Because they understand that this stuff is heavy and very spiritual, man. All right? Now, and ultimately, we fight that through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, being his truth and being his word wholeheartedly and dealing. But we also got tools like putting up the holy sense, okay, to fight and ward off demons. Listening to holy songs. Singing holy songs, man. All right? Singing down joy to Yahweh Shem Shai, literally. As well, man. So you can get Wisdom of Solomon 7. He's the Father of spirits, man, because he put this place together with everything that's created is made through the spirit of wisdom. All right, so that spirit is in all things, man. Wisdom of Solomon 7 in verse, we're going to start at 22.
Wisdom of Solomon 7:22. For wisdom, which is the worker of all things, taught me. For in her is in understanding, spirit, holy one only, manifold, subtle, living, lively, clear, undefiled, plain, not subject to hurt, looking the thing that is good, quick, which cannot be lettered,
let it,
ready to do good.
Also says wisdom, which is the work of all things. So wisdom puts together everything, man. Even the animal kingdom is set together through wisdom and balances and checks, man. All right? How different animals even operate together to survive, man. All right? Without being told these things passed down from their father and mother, man, but with the wisdom that's given them, what you call instincts from the Lord, man. That's a spirit that's put in them. All right. The scriptures even say that the sun knoweth it's going down. So the sun got a spirit in it, man, to know to go down, man. Everything is spiritual, man. And the Lord gave us the tools on the right hand side how to operate and use certain things, man. How to deal. All right, now we see through a glass darkly, but we're having the fullness of it in the kingdom. Because ultimately we deal with this word. That's the ultimate tool. This truth with faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Hell, in order for any other stuff to work, you got to have the faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to be the truth anyway. All right? Because it all comes back to being His truth and doing His work. But we got certain tools too, man, to help fight in the spiritual warfare we in. Keep going.
Verse 23, kind to man, steadfast, sure, free from care, having all power, overseeing all things, and going through all understanding, pure in most subtle spirits.
Right, there you go. So that one spirit of wisdom, all right, worketh through many things, man. All right, and every spirit that's created, that one spirit of wisdom put it together. That's why I said spirits. All right, because every spirit got wisdom through it, in it, man. All right. Everything, man, from, like I said, fire, wild beast. All right. So everything that you involved with, it affects your vibration, it affects your spirituality, man. All right. Go ahead.
It's like it just fell. It's like this is Wisdom of Solomon 7:24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness.
And guess what? Even Esau's science proves that, man. Because it tells you how all molecules are in motion at all times. All right? Because wisdom is a lively spirit. So every molecule, which everything that's created has, man. All right? And they move at their different pace. So there you go. It got the different spirits, they different vibrations. Like it says, everything put out a certain vibe. So it got its different spirits. That's that more moving. All right? And Esau's science even tells you that. Science tells you that, man. That's all through the Spirit of the Lord, man. That proves that wisdom and it works through all things. Esau's science proves that, which proves this is the truth. And there's the right-hand side to dealing with all this stuff that Esau calls himself tampering with, man. And we have the understanding of that. Hell, we even do those things, man. Or what those things represent, man, when we teach and be in His Word, man, and meditate. All right, go ahead.
Verse 25. And she is the breath of the power of Yahweh, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her.
Go ahead.
Verse 26. For she is brightness of the.
She is the brightness.
She is the brightness of the everlasting light and unspotted mirror of the power of Yahweh and the image of His goodness. Goodness.
Right. So not only that, it says it's the brightness. It's like it's the brightness of the everlasting light, man. All right. And Esau science even goes into that, man. You know, where everything got energy, man. Every molecule got energy. E equals MC squared. So wisdom, all right, working through all things. It moves to all things. All right. So that, and wisdom is what? A spirit. So everything that exists has spirits on it. So everything has a spiritual left hand and right hand way to be used, man. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 27. And being but one, she can do all things and remain in herself. She maketh all things new, and in all ages enter into Holy Spirit
Souls.
Holy souls, she maketh them friends of Yahweh and prophets.
There you go. So this wisdom that worketh through all things enter into us. We have the understanding of these things, man. We know how to use these things on the right hand side. We know how to deal with the spirit of different things, even burning certain smells, all right? Doing certain things on the right hand side. It's all spiritual, man. All right? So let's get the example. Let's get a couple of examples. First, we're going to get the example of sound, man. Hearing certain things, man. Because Esau pumped his philosophies and his bullshit heavy in music to Jake. Because music, for one, is a big thing in our communities, but just big thing, period. Because it carries a heavy vibration, because you actually hear it, and everybody knows through vibration heavily. All right? So that can get to you quickly. So let's give you a right-hand example of it, man. Get Slakia, 1 Samuel 16. Well, not exactly. You can give me Psalms 49. This truth is heaven, man. It's a blessing to have this truth, man. We real life looking into the secrets of the Lord, man. You still got what's time 7? Hey, read this real quick. Read from right here. The verse where I'm at. My pinky nail at. Start right there, whatever that is.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 7:16. For in his hand.
Speak up a little bit.
Wisdom of Solomon 7:16. For in his hand are both we and our works. Words are wisdom, also the knowledge of workmanship.
Go ahead.
For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are namely to know how the world was made, and the operation of the elements, the beginning, ending, and midst of the time, and alterations.
Alterations. That's like it.
Of the turning of the times of Slavi. Turning of the sun and the change of seasons.
Go ahead.
The
circus of years.
Circus of years, and the positions of stars, and the nature of living creatures, and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds, and the reasoning of men, the
diversities
of plants, and the
virtues of roots.
So
what plants and roots are good for? All right, for health wise, and also spiritual sense too. We get the insight on all these things, man. Understand the reason is the men understand how people think, understand how people operate. We actually get into the mind of the devil. We know how Esau thinks. Wisdom Solomon 2nd chapter tells us that. We know all this stuff from this word, man. So it's a blessing for this wisdom to have entered into us, man. All right? We understand the secret things, man. All right? How they work on this side in the flesh and the carnal, and how they work spiritually. All right? And that comes with having this word, man. Being holy men that this wisdom entered into, man. This is a blessing having this. So we really got to give honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, man, and labor, man. Show we appreciate this. Look what wisdom King Solomon just said that he had from wisdom. And we actually look into these things, man. To understand how this stuff works. This is a blessing. Keep reading one more.
Says, and all such things as either secret or manifest them I know.
There you go, man. It said, who has the mind of the Most High? But we have the mind of Yahushai. Since that wisdom controls all things, and all things are double, we actually understand the balance of the left and the right. Through being a holy man that wisdom entered into, we understand all these things. All right, so get 1 Samuel 16.
Okay.
And you get
Psalm 89.
49. Go ahead, Sean.
16, Salaki.
Oh, Salaki, I ain't tell you the verse. Double check. 14.
Okay, this 1 Samuel 16:14. But the spirit of Yahweh departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from Yahweh troubled him. And Saul's servant said unto him, Behold, now an evil spirit from Yahweh troubleth thee.
Keep going.
Come.
Oh, slow.
Let our Lord now command my servant which are before thee to seek out a man who is a cunning player on a harp.
And cunning basically means wise. So everything is done through understanding, man, and wisdom. The Lord did everything through that. It says it's workmanship. So everything is done through understanding. Even for a man to make fire from 2 sticks, that takes wisdom. To create a table, that table stands up through the wisdom, all right, that man you put together through the workmanship the Lord gave him, through the understanding he got from the Most High. Real quick, this is just gotta make sure. This is Job 32 and 8. But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding. And that word inspiration means breath. And in Wisdom of Solomon said what? It says that wisdom is that breath. All right? And we actually get through this truth, we get the inside look at all these things, man. And this is just the beginning. We ain't got, hey man, this is really just a spark, like Sirach 42 says, man. And look how much we got from just the spark. Come on, go ahead.
Verse 6, back to verse 16. And it shall come to pass when the evil spirit from Yahweh is upon thee, that he shall play with his hands, and thou shalt be well.
Right. So we had to understand. He said, "What? Get somebody that's wise at the heart. All right, that's cunning at the heart. Because he could get anybody that was good, can make something that sound decent. He needed a cunning player, man, that can actually calm his spirit. From the spirit, the vibration, the sound, wisdom is more moving all things of music, man. So that affects you, man. And look at these niggas out here. Look how low these niggas' spirits are out here. They listen to low vibration music, and that's their fucking life. They rap it and they chant it. They chant it all day. You see them walking the street, just saying it over and over. All right, now again, I said we understand the balance of things. So you know, if you listen to some of that dumb shit, fine, so be it. But we gotta balance it out with this harp, with this right here, this music, man. This should be our main thing to keep that distressing spirit off us. All right, it says there's no enchantment against Jacob. So as long as we those holy men, we straight. But we gotta make sure we keep that harp going, man. We got that Sirach for 49. In fact, keep going.
And verse 17. And Saul said unto his servant, Provide me now a man that play well, and bring him to me. Then answered one of the servants and said, Behold, I have seen a son of Jesse, the Bethlehemite,
Bethlehemite,
that is cunning in playing, and a mighty valiant man, and a man of war, and prudent in matters, and a comely person, and Yahweh is with him.
There you go, and Yahweh was with him. The spirit of Yahweh, was on him, man. And that came with all this extra wisdom. All right? And able to manipulate through the spirit of just playing the harp. Able to manipulate spirits, man. Because everything carries a vibration, man. Everything affects you spiritually. Whether you realize it or not. All right? Because you can just get into you can just be in the spirit. All right, you know how they talk about pheromones. All right? You smell a certain scent on your woman, you know, or she smells a certain scent on you, and then y'all get in the mood of what? To bone. All right? Even Esau has that understanding, man. That's not like a spirit of a demon coming or a spirit of that. No, everything has a certain spirit. You can get to the spirit of want to hear some damn trap music, man. All right? You can get to the spirit of want to play the game. Get to the spirit of want to read. Get to the spirit of want to learn the Hebrew. Everything you do, you know, it's a spirit, man. You know, they say you get into the mood for this. That's what they call it. You get into the mood of this. And that's what vibe means. Atmosphere, mood. Short for vibration, which is the spirit. So I'm in the mood to do this. I'm in the mood to do that. Another way of saying I'm in the spirit to do that. Because everything is spiritual and everything's effectual spiritually, man. Skip down to verse 23. But what verse you just at? 18.
18.
Well, skip to... Shit.
You trying to read it? I mean, it's
cool. Yeah, it's the Sabbath. If it's too long, Salaki if it's too long for you. It's all through the spirit.
Verse 19. Wherefore Saul sent messengers unto Jesse, and said, Send me David thy son, which is with the sheep. And Jesse took an ass laden with bread, and a bottle of wine, and a kid, and sent them by David his son unto Saul. And David came to Saul and stood before him, and he loved him greatly, and he became his armor bearer. And Saul sent to Jesse, saying, Let David, I pray thee, stand before me, for he hath found favor in my sight. and it came to pass when the evil spirit from Yahweh was upon Saul, that David took in heart and played with his hand. So Saul was refreshed and was well, and the evil spirit departed from him.
It says Saul was refreshed and the evil spirit departed from him. From hearing him play the harp. This sound put him in a certain spirit, man. Alright? It took a demon off of him. And this is what we have as holy men, man. We have power to tap into this stuff. And L.D. Ryan does that. You listen to him play on the keys and sing, man. It rejuvenates you, man. It puts you in a whole different spirit. A spirit of wanting salvation. A spirit of rejoicing to Yahweh Shem Shai. It boosts you up. It refreshes you. It increases your faith, man. You feel really refreshed. Okay? And that's through the power of the music, man. And that's the gift we have to understand this word. So how much more is it to actually sing this song that we have, man? Get Revelation 15:3, shall y'all? Because that's really what this goes to, man. Playing that harp, singing them that song. This right here is talking about this on the deep side. All right, it's talking about doing this work. Get to Psalms 49.
What was that in Revelation you said?
15.
Gotcha.
Psalms 49, verse 4.
Psalms 49:4. I will incline my ear to a parable. I will open my dark sayings upon the harp.
In fact, start up. Start at 3.
Just start at 1.
Well, you can start at 1.
Psalm 49:1. Hear this, all ye people, give ear, all ye inhabitants of the world, both low and high, rich and poor together. My mouth shall speak of wisdom.
Of wisdom, that's what it starts with, right? Wisdom. This Deuteronomy 4 and 5 on down to like 8 tells you what wisdom is. This word. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. It starts with this truth, man. Fearing Yahweh Shem Shai, obeying Yahweh Shem Shai. And then what? You get access to secret things. You become a friend of the Lord. It said wisdom makes you a friend and a prophet to the Lord. So hell yeah, we understand the right hand side, man, to a glass darkly seen right now, how to control spirits through even singing and playing the damn piano, lighting some scents, and praying to Yahweh Shem Yahshai for the requests we need anyway. We ain't doing those things with faith. Go ahead.
Meditation of my heart shall be of understanding.
And the thinking, what I'm going to meditate upon, should be of understanding, man. And that's the fullness of wisdom, to think upon her. So if you are in the spirit of what you meditating, and that's the wisdom of Solomon as well. Meditating upon his word, man, you get deep understanding of things, man. How things operate around you. You get into that spirit, man, of learning and observing, all right, and looking at things through wisdom, man. Through the spirit. Go ahead.
Says, wherefore, I will incline my ear to a parable. I will open my dark sayings upon the heart.
There you go. So he said, I'm going to speak these things, these riddles, on the heart. Okay? So what's the real heart, man? It's us doing this work. All right? This is how you be refreshed. Hey, real quick, and the scriptures tell you that. That's how I quote the precepts of. It says he was refreshed right from the heart. Get Isaiah 28 and verse 10. And not that you get Psalms 92.
It's Isaiah 28 and 10. It's like 1 to 1. It's Isaiah 28 and 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little.
Go ahead.
For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people, to whom he said, This is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest, and this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear.
So this is that true heart. This word right here, this understanding that we have. This is that refreshing. All right? So, and we got to be in this thing, man, to stay in it.
That's the Psalms. That's Psalms.
You got to be in this thing to stay in this thing. Meditating upon it, that's playing the harp. The harp should be constantly going, man, because you meditating upon his word no matter what you do. And that's really the balance. Because even if you're watching a dumbass movie or listening to some dumbass music, you still thinking upon the spirit, man. Thinking it through the spirit. Alright? Man. You got the Psalm 92?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3.
Psalm 92 and 3.
So you might just start at 1. Yeah.
Psalm 92 and 1. It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord and to sing praises unto the name of the Most High.
Alright, so to do this stuff with our mouth. Go ahead.
To show forth my loving kindness in the morning and thy faithfulness every night upon an instrument of 10 strings and upon the
Psaltery.
Upon the heart with a solemn sound.
Go ahead.
For thou, Lord, hast made me glad through the work. I will triumph in the works of thy hand.
There you go. So we're going to rejoice and give praise through all the time, man. That's playing on the harp. All right, that's playing on the instruments, man. Thinking upon his word, teaching his word, giving thanks and praise, showing we appreciate this, man. All right, it says the wicked are unthankful. So we're going to be thinking upon this wisdom because it's the best treasure ever. Teaching this thing so we can stay in it, so it can increase. All right, so we can grow in it, man. That's playing that song, man. Hey, get the Revelation 15:3. That's singing and playing that song on the harp.
This is Revelations 15. You said start at 3? This is Revelations 15 and 3. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, and the song of the Lamb, saying, Great and marvelous are thy works, Lord Yahweh, my Almighty. Just and true are they are slacking. Are true are thy ways, thou King of saints.
And there you go. Same thing in Psalm 82 and 5. O Yahweh, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. So us teaching and going into the prophets of the Lord, man, meditating upon this wisdom that we have, exhorting one another through the scriptures, through the Spirit. All right, that's singing that song. That's refreshing. All right, singing a song of Moses and the Lamb. All right, thinking upon His word. You can get Ephesians 5. Ephesians 5 and 15.
Psalms, slacking.
That was done with Psalms, kind of. I'm done with Psalms. Ephesians 5:15.
This is Ephesians 5 and 15.
Not this. Go to Tobit 7. Apocrypha.
See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Redeem.
So using wisdom, go ahead. That's the vibration we're to be in, wisdom. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 16, redeeming the time because the day are evil.
Right, because everything else is wicked. And that's why it's important. Now, you know, it's heavy on the brother's spirit to push out that vibration of getting into dealing with spiritual songs and dealing with light and holy sense, man. Because the Esau's pushing that wicked vibration even harder. And damn, that's the spirit. And ultimately, what's the spirit and what's the confirmation of that being the spirit that's being pumped? Well, what that couples with is the fact that the spirit being pumped to push this word even more. Which is singing that song, which is playing on the harp. All right, giving praise of our lips, which is the incense going to the Lord. So we got to go hard for this truth, man. And end this here. Esau was increasing his wickedness, man. Go ahead.
Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of Yahweh is.
Right, understanding His word, man. Understanding the judgments of the Lord, like I said, righteous are His works. All right, righteous are His works, man. So that's this word. It's proving that song that we singing is this word, man. That the song that we play on the harp is this word. And, oh shit, how Shai said it. Let me get it. This is Matthew, spirit code. Matthew 11 and 16. Give Ezekiel 33. This is Matthew 11, 16. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling to their fellows and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. There you go. So teaching this word, man, is, like I said, in the markets, in the public ways, is us making that sweet music, man. Singing that song, playing that harp. And that one, it says on the pipe, man. All right? So this word, meditating upon it, teaching it, that's that song, man. Well, that's the call for Ezekiel 33. Start at 31 and skip 30 and hit 32. Well, yeah.
To 30 what?
Hit 30, 33, and it's like Ezekiel 33, verse 30.
Ezekiel 33, verse 30. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the wall and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord.
So it says the word, right? What coming from the Lord. Skip to 32. We get to the point. We're going to wrap it up soon. Y'all kind of.
Ezekiel 33 and 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words.
But they do them not. Salak, y'all, I'm charged. Hey, but they do them not. All right? But they do them not, man. And what did it say? That you are like one of them that sing, like them that are. It's a lovely song, so we singing lovely, man, and well on the instrument, like it said King David was, man. That's who we are. That's what we do when we teach this word. We meditate upon it. So it's important to be in this thing, man, active in it. All right, so you can be refreshed, so them demons don't get on your ass and take over. Walking circumspectly, man. Giving what's the acceptable will of the Lord. That's walking circumspectly, walking with wisdom. Being in the spirit, man. Following after the word, meditating it, teaching it, living it. Go ahead, back into Ephesians 5.
Come. This is Ephesians 5 and 18. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, slacking, but be filled with the Spirit.
And that's the word, man. John 6:63. So we should be always walking according to this word, man. And you should be paying attention on camera. Go ahead.
Verse 19, speaking to yourselves in psalms and
hymns,
which
means songs,
and and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your hearts to Yahweh.
There you go. So and it said in your heart, so in your mind. So we should always be meditating upon this word. We should always be thinking and trying to figure out ways to push this word even further, man. All right, so we can perform it and prove what's the acceptable will of the Lord, man. Walking with wisdom, meditating, viewing everything through scriptural goggles, man. Teaching, preaching. And what does that do? Read the next verse.
Verse 20, giving thanks always for all things unto Yahweh Salaki and the Father in the name of our Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach.
There you go, man. All right, that shows that we appreciate this gift, giving the Lord thanks, man. All right, not being unthankful, man. Not being forgetful of good terms. And this for our benefit anyway, to keep demons off us, to keep us going. Okay? Now you got Tobit 7. Shout out, you give me Exodus 30.
Tobit 7. One?
No. Tobit 7. Tobit 7 and Salaki. It's actually Tobit 6. Tobit 6 and 2.
This is Tobit 6 and 2. And when the young man went to wash himself, a fish leaped out of the river and would have devoured him. Devoured?
Huh.
Then the angel said unto him, take the fish. And the young man laid hold of the fish and drew it to land.
Go ahead.
And to whom the angel said, open the fish and take the heart and the liver and the...
Relax over there. Leave him alone. He gonna keep playing. Go
and
ahead.
the gall and put them up safely. So the young man did as the angel commanded him. And when they had roasted the fish, and they did eat it, then they both went on their way till they drew near to
it's like Akbatane.
Akbatane. What is that, Akbatane?
This is a city, a town.
When the young man said to the angel, Brother Azarias, to what use it is the heart and the liver and the gall of the fish? And he said unto him, touching the heart and the liver, if a devil or an evil spirit trouble any, we must take a smoke, therefore,
Thereof.
Thereof.
Make a smoke thereof.
before the man or the woman, and the party shall be no more vexed.
There you go. So this is the angel. Now you read to the story, this is an angel giving right hand wisdom on these things specifically, man. It said if a spirit, all right, smells, which is justly saying feels this vibration, all right, picks up this scent, all right, of this specific thing, it'll make that vexed spirit flee away. All right, it'll make that spirit flee the person that's vexed by it. All right, and this is Tobit 8, and this is the count of it, man. Tobit 8 and 2. And as he went, he remembered the words of Raphael. Now it calls him by his real name, because his angel came in disguise. All right, he told him it was a real person, but this is the angel Raphael. And as he went, he remembered the words of Raphael and took the ashes of the perfumes and put the heart and the liver of the fish thereupon and made a smoke therewith. So it wasn't just the fish liver and the heart. It was mixed with certain scents, man. Like in Exodus, man, you got the scent with the apothecary. All right? And these are holy scents, man. And it vexed this devil, right? And after that, they slacked it. And the witch smelled when the evil spirit had smelled, he fled into the utmost parts of Egypt, and the angel bound him. All right? So he had understanding on the right-hand side on how to work these things on the right-hand side spiritually to vex left-hand wickedness, man. Just as Esau used and people used witchcraft, all right, to fuck with the right hand, to try to vex us, man. All right? All that stuff is real, man. You can get Exodus 30 and just to show even in the law, man. So this ain't no witchcraft right here, because this is even in the law. Okay? Exodus 30 and start at verse 34.
This is Exodus 30 and 34.
Revelation 8.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, take unto these sweet spices, stactis.
Read what's written. There's no S. Take your time. Go ahead. Just stack T. Sure, you even have it like stack the.
Stack.
T-E. Stack the. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Close enough. This is English. Go ahead. Onitsha. I have it.
Onitsha.
It's all good.
And Ganilba.
Mm-hmm.
These sweet spices with pure frankincense of each shall there be a like weight.
Mm-hmm, go ahead.
And thou shalt make it a perfume, a confection, after the art of the
apothecary,
tempered together, pure and holy.
Right. So he said these scents put together, all right, are holy scents, man, pure scents. This is wisdom from the right hand side from the Lord. These scents are holy, man. So that's the vibration they would put out, a holy vibration. So if a demon smells holy scents, it's going to push his wicked vibration away. Just as that song put out relaxing holy vibrations, it pushed that wicked spirit away off King Saul. And we read that represents us teaching this word, and that pushed away wicked vibrations. Keep going.
Okay.
Verse 36.
And thou shalt beat some of it very small, and put it before the testimony in the tabernacles of the congregation, where I will meet with thee. It shall be unto you most holy. Mm-hmm. Verse 37. And as for perfume which thou shalt make, ye shall not make to yourselves according to the
composition.
Therefore it shall
Thereof.
thereof it shall be unto thee holy for Yahweh.
Hey, so this specific scent was just for the Lord to smell, man. This is the scent that only this scent was what He wanted to smell. This is the vibration the Lord wants to deal with. All right, and He's the Spirit. He's the Lord of spirits. So imagine how these other spirits are affected with all this other stuff, with sound, sight, smell, all of that, man. This scent was specifically for the Lord. This was one of the holy of holies, man. All right, this is where it went into at the holy of holies, man. This is what He wanted to smell. And if you read up, He would want His priests to smell a certain way. They had a certain oil, that sense that they had to wear. All right, these are holy things, man. Everything got a spirit to it, man. All right, and this is important to us even now, man. Get the Revelation 8. We're gonna start at verse 3. Yeah, Revelation 8:3. You got it?
Mm-hmm. Revelations 8:3. And another
This is Rock 39.
and another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, and he shall offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar.
Get your yarn out and read it over.
Okay. Revelations 8:3. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the praise of all saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne.
Go ahead.
And the smoke of the incense which came with the praise of the saints ascended up before Yahweh out of the angel's hand.
Hey, so that incense, that smoking incense that goeth up, really represents our praise going up, man. Okay? So that's heavy, man. Being prayed up, man, that's heavy to keep demons away too. All right? Being consumed in His word, meditating, thinking upon it, teaching it, that's heavy keeping demons away. We need to do these things to stay refreshed and keep enduring through this battle, man. All right, and it also says the sacrifice of praise, the sacrifice of praise, man, which goes to teaching period, man. So all that goes hand in hand: prayer, teaching, all right, meditating, all right. That counts as the song. That counts as the incense going up, man. So we got to do that. It's heavy, man. All right, you got the Sirach
39.
And 13.
This Sirach 39 and 13. Hearken unto me, ye holy children, and bud forth as a rose growing up, growing by the brook of the field.
So this talks to the holy children, those who have the understanding of these things, man. Okay? That got this wisdom, that's been separated, been made friends of the Lord. Go ahead.
And give ye and give ye a sweet Savior as frankincense, and flourish as a lily, sent forth a smell, and sing a song of praise. Bless Yahweh in all His works.
There you go, man. So we physically doing this work, we become that sweet Savior as the frankincense, man. We are that scent, man. We pray, we live this thing. We are that scent, man. We are that song. All right? Doing this work makes us part of that song, man. So we got to do this thing, man. Teach this word, man. All right? Send forth that sweet smell. All right? Give out that praise, man. And that's all by living according to this word, man. And doing this work. Go ahead. Giving out the Lord's righteous judgment. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Magnify His name and show forth His praise with the song of your lips, and with harps, and in praising Him ye shall say after this manner.
There you go. So this song and the incense go hand in hand. What is it, man? Praying, doing his work, meditating, walking his walk, man. It go hand in hand. And that's how we stay refreshed. That's why it's an important part of our history and culture, because it represents what we do and with this profession that we have. All right? Go ahead.
Verse 16, all the works of Yahweh are exceedingly good, and whatsoever he commandeth shall be accomplished in due season.
And we understand these things, man. All right? We understand the good works of the Lord, man. We understand the balance of it all, man. All right? And we're to give thanks and honor and show appreciation to that. All right? Show appreciation to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai for this, man. And labor. Give him that smell that he likes, man. Play that song that he likes, which is for our benefit anyway. So with that, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles. And salutations to you brothers doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. Shalom. Push this word, man. Sing that song. Give off that sweet odor, man. Shalom.